Okay, so my laptop was doing really bad at running this last time, but I did some settings things. I did some updates. I think it's going to work for the foreseeable future until I can get an upgrade, which I don't know when that will be. But until then, I might have like a little ghost that follows me around when I move, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. I think the what I'm saying is more important, and that'll be the crux of my videos anyway. And in this video, we're going to go over the main card of UFC Fight Night, Joaquin Buckley versus Kamaru Usman. And I thought the main card sucked. The prelims were okay, to be honest. The prelims were actually pretty good. There's a lot of finishes. This whole card, there were a bunch of like super weird finishes that didn't either were headbutts that were no contest due to the dude completely flopping and faking it. Chris Matinho got put completely out cold, which is kind of funny. The whole card was just weird and full of like odd moments. And then the main card came around and sucked complete ass and was super boring and made everything horrible. So that's what we're going to go over in today's video because I predicted it and I predicted okay. So we'll start with Alonzo Menifield versus Umar Sy. So they pretty much just didn't do anything the whole fight. Alonzo Menifield won. I thought Umar Sy maybe could have won. I don't know. Their significant strike numbers were 29 to 34. So they really didn't do anything the whole time. Umar tried to grapple, didn't really succeed. Alonzo Menifield is strong as fuck and stuffed the takedowns. Umar Sy tried to do his thing on the outside, but it didn't really work, and Menifield would crash in and land more impressive shots to the judges, I guess. Umar got the first and second round. I'm not the judges. I don't really care. This fight sucks and it was horrible, and who really gives a shit? Alonzo Menifield did keep up on numbers and probably landed the more significant strikes in terms of the wow factor because he does throw so odd, and if he lands, it's probably going to be powerful. So yeah, Alonzo Menifield got it done. Who gives a shit? That sucked. Next, Mansour Abdul Malik versus Cody Brundage. This one also kind of sucked. Mansour Abdul Malik got the decision after a headbutt KO in the third round, very early into the third round. The first two rounds were boring, tit for tat. I thought Umar got the better of the rounds. Cody Brundage really kept it close and was landing good shots. So it really is hard to say who got the first two. They were both very close. I gave Umar, or not Umar, fuck. I gave Mansour Abdul Malik the first and the second. But with that being said, they were very close, and probably on my part was a little bit of bias against Cody Brundage because of the odds making. Just gonna say it how it is. I wasn't watching this fight with an insane amount of intent, but from what I saw, Mansour Abdul Malik was doing well on the outside, picking his shots well. Cody Brundage was crashing in and landing shots though. This is not a good look for Mansour's career. Cody Brundage honestly looked better than usual, but Mansour, you're a negative 1,000 favorite. You have to beat Cody Brundage by finish. Everybody's done it. Everybody has. To be fair, Cody looked like more in shape. He looked like he had twice as many tattoos on his body. Maybe that was just me tweaking. And he actually had a pretty technical performance. But start of the third round, Mansour and Brundage go at it. They start throwing like crazy. Okay, we're gonna get something awesome. No, we didn't. Mansour Abdul Malik went for a knee, went for a body shot, a knee to the body, then like jumped up in the air and then came down and just like flying headbutted Cody Brundage, which dropped him. And then they stopped it, and then they went to a technical decision because it was technically in the third round, which doesn't make any sense. And then they scored the round of Mansour Abdul Malik, even though he headbutt KO'd him, which gave him the win. Doesn't make any sense to me, but it's how it went down. It doesn't really matter. Mansour Abdul Malik is not going to go very far in this division, I don't think. His stock definitely dropped. If anything, Cody Brundage's went a little bit higher. So I don't see that as a win for Mansour, but it sucked. Next, Cody Garbrandt. God, everybody has the same name. Cody Garbrandt versus Ronnie Barcelos. I predicted Ronnie to win. Oh yeah, I picked Mansour to win, and I picked Umar Sy to win. So not great to start off. So Cody Garbrandt versus Ronnie Barcelos. Cody Garbrandt has one move. He's very good at it, and it's just blitzing forward and really fast combinations, and he has decent takedown defense in the first round. And he utilized that well in the first round. I gave Cody Garbrandt the first round. I thought he stuffed takedowns well. I think he shot like one maybe in the first round. He shot 11 total, so I'm sure he shot one in the first round. Cody did have really good takedown defense this fight, but he was getting caught up on the feet in the second and third. In the first, I gave it to Cody. I thought he was landing better, and he was quick in that round. He was doing his thing. He tagged up Ronnie in the first, in my opinion. The second and third were all Barcelos' rounds. He was landing better than Cody Garbrandt. He was pushing a pace. He was pushing forward. He was landing mean leg kicks, mean body kicks, straight shots. Cody Garbrandt couldn't really land the way he wanted to. I thought this was a clear decision win for Ronnie Barcelos. Sadly, because I don't really like Ronnie Barcelos, and I think Cody Garbrandt. I still really like Cody Garbrandt, even though he really didn't do anything past the Dominic Cruz win in his career. To be like, that's it. I feel like he was bred in a factory to beat Dominic Cruz, and then that's it. I think they just super soldiered him with one purpose, and that was to beat Dominic Cruz, and then that is all he's ever been able to do in the UFC. Pretty much is beat Dominic Cruz, which he did do, and that is a dope win. But since then, he hasn't had a good career, and he's losing to everybody that has any sort of grit to them at all, and that has any chin whatsoever. So Cody Garbrandt gets shit on in the decision. It was foreseeable. I picked Ronnie Barcelos to win. I was hoping for Garbrandt to win. Garbrandt just keeps doing this. He keeps going to decisions against guys that are slightly better in the grappling or slightly more gritty, that are going to push a pace where Cody Garbrandt's going to miss and not throw as much. At the end of the third, Cody Garbrandt pointed the ground like they're going to have a big throwing match, and then Ronnie just backed up, which was kind of lame, but at the same time, he won the fight. He's old as fuck, and Cody Garbrandt didn't earn the point down at the end. He didn't do anything for the second and third round anyway, so I didn't see any problem with that. I'm not a huge Barcelos fan after this fight or anything, but I'm definitely not a bigger Cody Garbrandt fan. So next, Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Petrosky. I went with Shabazian. I thought he was going to finish him early, to be honest. I really don't think Petrosky's good at all. I think his chin is garbage. He got knocked out by somebody's hip going for a takedown. That's horrible. And in this fight, he looked horrible. Edmund Shabazian did his thing on the feet for all three rounds. I thought he won all three rounds. Andre Petrosky went for takedowns, like one in every round or some shit. He went for six. I didn't really feel like it. It felt like he went for a takedown, missed it, and then never went for a takedown again, which to me, I was happy about because I don't like Andre Petrosky and I don't think he's very good. And he's obviously not. He's not confident with his grappling. He wasn't willing to push a pace like a Marab or whatever. These wrestlers that actually push a pace, like an Usman, I guess. Not really. We'll get to that. But Petrosky was not willing to shoot two takedowns a round, even, to win this fight. And Edmund Shabazian was way more technical on the feet. And he pieced him up for all three rounds. Had his moments, especially in the third. He had I think he had a moment where he stumbled him or dropped him. Oh yeah, he dropped into the body. He hit him with a mean body shot, which dropped Petrosky, and then he got back up, and then Edmund Shabazian just kind of was like, okay, fuck, I won the round. Might as well just sit back and relax until the round's over, which is pretty much what he did. First two rounds, nothing happened. Edmund was just piecing him up. Petrosky couldn't land. He couldn't get to him. And Shabazian's way better at technically striking on the outside. And he was able to piece apart Petrosky. Super boring sparring match of a fight. But Shabazian won, which I'm happy about. And yeah, this card sucks. Next, Rose Namajunas versus Miranda Maverick. I'm not even going to go into super in depth into this one. Rose Namajunas won by decision. Very, very close fight. I give it to Rose. I'm biased. Not that biased. I thought Rose won the first and second. I thought she was landing a little bit better, a little bit more crisp. Miranda Maverick did her thing, though. I thought Rose did win the second out of control time, which is hypocritical for me because I usually pick damage. But Miranda, they both had a submission attempt. Rose Namajunas had most of the control time in the round. I understand the ground and pound at the very end of the round. It could have given to Miranda Maverick. It makes sense to me. I don't know. It's really difficult to say. 30-27 Rose is kind of steep. But I give Rose the first and the third convincingly. The second is up for debate, in my opinion. And the first round is honestly up for debate. The third round was pretty much Rose's. The fight was boring. It was 25 significant strikes to 25, so they didn't do anything. They traded on the feet for a second. There was some grappling where Rose had the control time, Miranda Maverick had the damage, and inevitably Rose Namajunas got the decision. Do with that what you will. I'm okay with it. I got the prediction right. To be honest, I did pretty good on this card for predictions. I think I just got Minifield in the main event wrong. So yeah, next, the main event, Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley. So this sucks for me as a Buckley fan because Joaquin Buckley was supposed to be the truth. He was supposed to be the future. I had so much stock put into him. I was so looking over Kamaru Usman when predicting this. I was looking straight through Usman. I thought Buckley was going to demolish him. Usman's takedowns are still good. Joaquin Buckley just forgot how to stuff a takedown into the 5th round, which he stuffed like 5 in the 5th round, but he couldn't stuff a single one for the rest of the fight. The most infuriating thing ever. Holy shit. Usman won the fight. 3 or 4 rounds. I thought he won the first 3 very convincingly. I think I scored it for Buckley in the 4th for damage. I'm a little bit biased with the way I score. If I'm going to score damage, whether or not. Not really, though. I do think Buckley landed better on the feet, and the control time wasn't enough for Usman. Usman was landing good punches in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, even when he was on top. In the 4th, he really didn't. So I think I gave Buckley the 4th round. In the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, the story was Usman waiting for the first 2 minutes, shooting a takedown, instantly getting it, because Buckley didn't have any instincts to stuff the takedown at all in the first 4 rounds for whatever reason. Trying to throw heavy in the first 2 minutes, Buckley was, but barely landing, whiffing a lot, and then he would get taken down, held down. First 4 rounds, that's how it went, pretty much. 5th round, he figured it out. It clicked in his brain. Kamaru could not take him down. Buckley stuffed every takedown he shot. I think he shot like 6. He shot 13 total. He got 4. He got 4 in the first 4 rounds, so he shot fucking like 8 takedowns. 9 takedowns. He shot 9 takedowns in the 5th round and missed all of them because Buckley just figured it out somehow and was able to stuff everything. And then he started teeing off on the feet. Usman on the feet, this whole fight looked like shit. He looked garbage. If he fights any other fighter that can actually do any takedown defense, or even Buckley if he decided to have a brain for the first 4 rounds, I think he gets smoked. His stand-up is atrocious at this point in his career. His takedowns are good. He has good control. He's a very big welterweight, and it worked very well for him. But in the 5th round, Buckley was teeing off, and if Buckley just threw straighter shots, he kept throwing this like Street Fighter run-up uppercut that was like it was so you could see it coming from a mile a fucking way. He was trying to knock Kamaru's head off, but every single time he threw it, Kamaru was like, okay, he's definitely throwing some bullshit, and just backed up. If Buckley came forward with the blitzes he was going for, but he threw straight shots down the pipe, I think he would have caught Usman. I think he would have got him up against the fence where he could actually start teeing off. Buckley's never been the most technical fighter. He's never had the best IQ or instincts in the UFC, but I do think he has the potential to beat Usman if they were to fight again. I wouldn't trust it. I probably wouldn't pick him this time, but you can see Buckley has it in him. He has the spark. He just needs to refine it, and he will. I still have trust in Buckley. I still am a big Buckley guy. As for Kamaru Usman, I really don't like the way he looked on the stand-up department. If he gets stuffed like he used to, he is fucked on the feet against any welterweight at this point. Jack, at this point, I think Jack Della Maddalena has great takedown defense. I think he would piece him up to oblivion. I think Ian Gary knocks out Kamaru Usman. I'm not going to lie. It's weird for me to say that out loud, but I think he does. I think Bilal Muhammad beats Usman. I'm not convinced Usman is back after this fight, let's just say. I don't think he's back. I think he's still good. He's still definitely high level. He's definitely top 5 level. But those 4, 3, 2, 1, even Gary in the bottom there, shot like if he fights Shavkat, he's getting fucked, in my opinion. He's still there. He's still Usman. He's not the Usman of old. The comp's gotten better. His knees have gotten worse. His striking, I can't even say that. He got the takedowns. His striking has gotten way worse. And I'm not confident with him going up the rankings. I want him versus Bilal next because they have beef. And supposedly Bilal Muhammad made him cry on his podcast. And I'd really like to see how that turned out because that'd be really funny. If they release that or if they fight at all. I like that build-up. I'd probably go Bilal Muhammad. Go for him to stuff the takedowns and put a pressure on Usman that he can't really handle. That is honestly what I would go. I think Kamaru's probably more technical, but Bilal does have a great pressure. He has a great chin. And if you don't fucking put hands on him, he's gonna fucking pressure fuck you. And that's what he tried to do with JDM. He did a good job at going forward, just JDM has phenomenal hands, which Usman doesn't. He has better takedown defense maybe than Jack. Maybe at this point. He has better takedown defense than Jack. But without striking against a pressure guy like Bilal to make him worried, I think Bilal beats the shit out of Usman. And that's a hot take maybe. As you can tell, I don't really like Usman, but I'm not being biased when I say that I don't think he's going to be able to hang. I definitely don't think he's beating an Islam. I'm not fully convinced Islam can hang at welterweight yet. We'll see how his title fight goes. But Kamaru Usman's plan to fight Islam and then Dricus after that, forget it. That's never happening. He would get mollywop destroyed by Dricus du Plessis. He would get fucking destroyed, 10-8'd every round to a finish in the fifth, or finish whenever fucking Dricus wanted. Bold take. Dricus is destroying Usman after what I just saw in that performance. So, that's about it. Let me know what you think about my takes. I hope the quality isn't that bad, and I will see you soon.